beautiful people of Abuja. It is a blessed afternoon and it is a lovely moment to have you guys here with me. We are live here at Abuja to witness the Award of Excellence from the National Council for Women's Society here in Nigeria. And we are here to celebrate our one and only Dr. Orji Ejike. He is one of the nominees from the Committee of National Council for Women's Society of Nigeria. Permit me to tell you a little about Dr. Orji Ejike. Dr. Orji Ejike is known for women advocacy. He works for both national and international bodies, fighting back to back for all women out there. Dr. Orji Ejike is a man that knows the true worth of a woman. Come with me as we speak to him. Thank you.
Management. I also chair the Management Committee Association for the Advancement of Family Planning in Nigeria. And most importantly, I'm a women's rights advocate. And I'm going to be an awardee today. Well, for the past 30 years of my life, I've been working with women. Notably, when I was the country director of IPAS for 12 years, I raised about $1.8 million working strictly with women groups, 9 of them to be sure. All of them are under the umbrella of NCWS, notably Medical Women Association of Nigeria, International Federation of Women Lawyers, Umuadibo, Federation of Muslim Women in Nigeria, Young Women Christian Association of Nigeria, Women Advancement, Economic and Leadership Empowerment, National Association of Army Officers' Wives, and then of course the umbrella organization National Council for Women's Societies. Well, for me, the challenge that I noted was how women were being treated and regarded in Nigeria. That was my main focus. How can I change that narrative for women? Especially if you look at the rights, you look at the reproductive rights, and you look at the health of women, you could see that if you put it at par internationally or globally, Nigeria was at the lowest level. At a point, we had the highest maternal mortality around the sub-Saharan African region. At a point, we had the highest infant mortality, and then also under-5 mortality. And this also has a bearing on women's health and women's rights. And then these were all the myriad of problems that I saw, and I decided to concentrate my work on that. And I can tell you, I like to celebrate the successes, not dwell on the issues. Most of the successes we recounted was we introduced the midwifery service scheme, which came out of the work I did with the Kwakwanso administration in Kano way back in 2003. And then the midwifery service scheme, within 4 or 5 years, reduced maternal mortality by 40%. Nigeria won 2 international awards. And I continue to celebrate Amina Mohammed, who is now an undersecretary at the UN. She was one that we approached, and then she used MEG monies to form that midwifery service scheme. Also, working with colleagues, we introduced the use of misoprostol tablets, because one of the most important causes of death in Nigeria is postpartum hemorrhage. When a woman has had a baby and then she starts bleeding, the only way to stop it is to get what we call uterotonics. The injectable ones we are giving weren't working in both settings because it needs to have a cold chain from the manufacturer to the patient, and most of them were not viable anymore. So the best thing is to use tablets of misoprostol. When a woman has had a baby, you give her 3 tablets and they clamp the uterus. It saves a lot of women's lives. The other one is also making sure that we introduce the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, VAP Act. This has tremendously gone in a long way for us to intervene in terms of protecting women from rape. As we speak, there is a British Council program about two projects managing conflict in northern Nigeria and the rule of law against corruption. Within these two states, we have trained in 19 states, training doctors and nurses on how to manage rape victims, giving them psychosocial support, giving them medical treatment, and then also collecting forensic medical information that will be used to successful prosecution of assailants. And the other thing that I would say was a celebration is the National Health Act. These women you see here in 2014, 5,000 of them marched to National Assembly based on all the legislative advocacy skills we had given to them, and then working with colleagues, they were able to push the National Assembly at that time to pass the National Health Act. With that National Health Act, we had money from National Health Insurance Scheme, 50% of the 1% consolidated revenue of Nigeria, and then 45% goes to basic care provision, which makes sure that all the primary health care centers have money to give treatment to vulnerables, especially under fives and women trying to have a baby. And recently, the Federal Minister of Health launched the ambulance emergency services in Nigeria. 5% of that money is what is going to be used for that. So you can see that the women on their own, what everybody looked at as a challenge, some of us look at it as an opportunity to do good. So we're continuing to work with women, and then this is the third award that they are going to give to me over the past 15 years. They are giving me an honors roll award, which means I'm a life member of National Council for Women's Societies. In fact, two presidents gave me those awards in a row. So this is going to be another award just to confirm what I have been doing with Nigerian women. The title of the award is two in one. One is recognizing the wonderful work I have done for Nigerian women. This is a merit award. Then the other one is a life membership of FCT NCWS award also. So it's two awards. Some of us have been making a lot of contributions in that regard. The most important thing is to continue to fund the National Health Act. Once we fund it, it forms what I call a catalytic fund, a basic catalytic fund that other people can bring their money. Because most of the deaths, in terms of maternal deaths, are occurring in the rural areas. And then this money is channeled to the primary health care centers. If it is properly used, underlined, accountably used, and then also transparently used, it will go a long way to reduce maternal mortality. I think the most important thing for me is creating spaces for everybody, not just young people. You're a woman, whether it's young, old, middle-aged, they have the spaces have to be created for them to be their best. I know for the young people, it's even much more important. The space I'm looking at for young people is to give them opportunity to create the future they want to see. And that's the most important thing, and that's to give them skills, ability, information, and knowledge, and create that space for them to use all that to create the future they want to see. And then most of the problems that we have is population. I always like to speak that if women have the ability to be able to choose how many children they want to have, and those children will remain alive, the drive for a big family will not be there anymore. All these security challenges we are having now is due to population dynamics. We are in a population crisis. It didn't start today. I can give you specific examples. As far back as 2006, I was one of the leaders invited from Africa to work with the Norwegian government for them to introduce issues of women's health and women's rights in Africa. When I sat down with the International Development Minister in Oslo, the first question he asked me, how come Dr. Orji, every single day, 13 commercial sex workers come into their country from Nigeria? That's 2006. As at that time, the International Office of Migration said that 14% of all Africans who cross the tempestuous Mediterranean Sea to Europe come from Nigeria.
I'm very happy to be the one presenting this He for She award to our sister, Dr. Ejike. Everybody knows in Abuja that Dr. Ejike is called Sister Ejike. So this award is from the National Council for Women Societies. He has done so much for us, especially here in the National. It's a Goodwill Ambassadors Award, and it's He for She, conferred on Dr. Ejike Orji for your purposeful and conscious effort to project women, girls, and youths in the governance structure of Nigeria. Congratulations.
For 30 years, I worked to create spaces to make sure that women do not die trying to bring children for us in Nigeria. My journey has not been my journey. My journey in life has actually been dictated by you women. As the country director of IPAS, I worked with 9 women groups, notably NCWS, the greatest women's group of all times. Just look at you guys. I remember that I said to women, it's only you and only you will deny you what you want. And I will tell you that because of you people, I left a very good job. I denied myself a job at the UN to stay back in Nigeria to work with you. I left my job to go into politics. And I was amazed when I ran for House of Representatives. During the primaries, they deceived us that they were going to do primaries up till 6 p.m. When I looked at how people who were waiting for me, it was only the women. When we went for the main election, when I looked around, we had a counter. All my units in the booths, I told them, take a count by gender, who is left to vote. By the time we were done, 70% of people who remained behind were women. What am I trying to say? It is you people that will dictate in the next election who you want to be president. Finally, in continuation of my work, I've dedicated my life to building a 5 million women database in Nigeria. After that, I'm going to 11 African countries. I'm going to work with you people. We are going to liberate women in Nigeria. I'm so honored, Madam President. May God bless you for the wonderful honor you have done me and my family. Thank you very much. Thank you.
personality here with me. So I'll be giving her to tell us who she is. Mommy, please, can we know you? Your name?
Yeah, my name is Sajia Lami Adamulau. I am the first National Vice President of National Council of Women Societies Nigeria.
Oh, that's beautiful. I've been hearing people trying to say congratulations, mommy. Congratulations. Are you aspiring for any position?
Yeah, I'm aspiring for the position of the National President of the National Council for Women Societies Nigeria.
And mommy, you believe that you can do well as a president?
Well, with the experience I've gathered, I think I can do something for the Nigerian women.
So mommy, since you have been a vice president, can you say that this is what National Council for Women Society has really done for our young women out there? What is the advantage of our young women and young leaders of tomorrow out there in our country, Nigeria?
You see, now we have our youth forum. These are women that we want to mentor, women that we want to give a brighter future so that they will know our problems since day one, and they should also know how to tackle it so that, they will not just come and face all these challenges we are facing now. Yes, and when you train them at the younger age, they grow up with that idea, and you have less problem in monitoring.
So mom, which age are we looking at? From which age to which age are they encouraged to be in this women council?
18, from 18.
So you're literally saying that Nigerian youth out there, all the young ladies out there, once you are the age of 18, you are very much welcome to the National Council.
You are welcome, you are welcome.
So how do you do your campaign to get more young women into this National Council?
Well, with our activities, we normally go on advocacy campaign. We sensitize our women through workshops and seminars. So we bring them very close.
All right, thank you very much, ma, for this privilege, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day.